everyone, my name is Jyoti, and in today's video I'm going to review the first book in the Kane Chronicles series, which is Kane Chronicles and the Red Pyramid. So this book is about two siblings, Carter and Sadie. Carter is actually this sort of very disciplined person. He obeys whatever his dad says. Since his mom died, he and his dad have been traveling around the world. His dad is an archaeologist, so he travels around the world, finds out about the new secrets about the universe and things like that, things that you would probably see on National Geographic. And this book is based around Egyptian mythology. So beforehand, I never knew anything about Egyptian mythology before getting into this book. Anything except for like pyramids and King Tut. I think that's how it's pronounced, in pharaohs and things like that, but I really didn't know about anything in particular. And Sadie, on the other hand, she is a British schoolgirl. Since Sadie and Carter's mother died, Sadie has been living with her grandparents, and these were the two main characters of this book. And there is only this one particular portion of the year when Sadie's dad and Carter are allowed to come to where Sadie lives and meet her, and that is actually quite unfortunate because she probably misses her dad a lot. And Sadie was only 6 years old when she was separated from her dad and her mother died. So since then she's been living with her grandparents in Britain, and she has actually developed a British accent, and that makes this book very interesting to read. I especially really like the chapters with Sadie in them because Sadie is British, and just the sort of British slang that she uses, that just makes the book very interesting. And that just made it a little bit more fun to read. Sometimes I just felt like the Egyptian mythology was a little bit hard to understand, and it was a little bit complicated. When I went into reading Percy Jackson, which is written by the same author this book is written by, so Rick Riordan wrote this book, and he also wrote the Percy Jackson series. So when I first read Percy Jackson, I did not know anything about the Greek gods. I did not know anything about Greek mythology or anything in particular. By now, I've gotten very familiar with all of the Greek gods and all of the things in Greek mythology. But this book, and that was the same with this book, I knew nothing about Egyptian mythology before getting into this book. That is why I thought that I think that it just made it a little bit hard to understand. But really, this book is worth the read. I really enjoyed it. And it's very fast paced. So in the first few chapters itself, they start seeing strange people trying to say strange things to them. In the first few chapters itself, spoiler alert, Sadie and Carter's dad gets buried in a coffin, and they literally see him do those magic sorcery things that he was doing, and he was trying to bring back some Egyptian god, I guess. And in the process of doing that, I think something went wrong, and he unleashed 5 evil Egyptian gods. One of them was Set, the god of chaos, and things like that. And they actually see him in the first few chapters of this book itself. The thing that I found really not so interesting about Carter is that he's very obedient. So he says whatever his dad says, he doesn't take risk. And I'm just like, you should take some risk. This weird evil god is doing something bad to your dad, and his dad tells him to stand there, and he just stands there. He doesn't go ahead and help his dad and just take some risk. And that is the reason why I think that I like Sadie more. But I think both of them are very interesting characters, and this book was worth the read, even though it's not my most favorite Rick Riordan book, I would say, because I like Percy Jackson the most. Obviously, Percy Jackson, the Percy Jackson series is the first book that Rick Riordan wrote, and honestly, it was awesome. I really loved it. So Carter and Sadie find out their parentage is leading to the Egyptian mythology. So they find out that their ancestors used to possess magical abilities, and they find out that Carter and Sadie have more magical abilities than most of the people from their family in the past. They just basically have to save the world. That is basically what happens in every Rick Riordan book series. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite book by Rick Riordan, but it was still worth the read. And many people say that the second and third book in the Kane Chronicles series are much better than the first book. So I think that I would enjoy the second book more. I will make a review on that once I've finished reading it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye!